Hey YouTube, Sandy Frank here today doing a Hobby Talk episode. Now, this is kind of spoilery for a future PSA reveal, but I needed to do this video because I have some opinions about this new program that PSA is doing, and that is the making of offers on your cards when you grade them. So when the grades popped on these and they received my payment, they actually had an offer. And I've seen other videos where people are getting PSA is making offers on their cards when they get finished grading them. And I actually, in this order, I got an offer for this card. It's a PSA 9 Shohei Ohtani box topper rookie. It is very tough to get good grades on these, and they made a pretty solid offer on it, but I declined the offer. Number one, because I'm a big collector of Ohtanis, but also because it kind of makes me feel a little, at least at this first offer, it makes me wonder, should PSA be doing this? Because they're now selling graded cards on eBay. I think they have for a while. But I understand if PSA is selling things like if people send them cards to get graded and then never pay for them. I mean, what is PSA supposed to do? Like, the customer just doesn't want their cards. They won't pay for them. They give them plenty of chances to pay. PSA needs to be able to make their money back from, they had to pay graders to grade these cards. It's basically an outstanding bill, and the only way to get that bill paid, I would suppose, is to take those cards and sell them and get your money back. So I understand PSA is doing that, but I think it's kind of opened them up to now being a part of the graded card selling market. And I've noticed on eBay lots of PSA listings on cards. And also there's rumors that PSA is making like a, almost like an arena club type mystery pack type thing, and they're buying cards for those. But I have a couple thoughts. So I think if PSA is making you a really strong offer on a PSA 10 that you grade with them, I don't think there's a problem with that. I think if they're making, see, one nice thing about selling to PSA is you don't have to worry if you're just going to sell that card. You don't have to deal with shipping it. You don't have to deal with customers. You don't have to deal with making sure that item gets there safely. You don't have to worry about eBay fees and selling fees in general. They just send you the money for the offer and they keep the card. But this example, this one left me a little bit, maybe just a teensy bit suspicious. I'm not saying that card needed to get a PSA 10. I'm just saying the difference between a PSA 9 and a PSA 10 is over $1,000. So a PSA 10 of that Ohtani has been selling for, well over $1,000. So what is to keep PSA from undergrading your card? Let's say you have a card that's like close to a PSA 10. It's like in between 9 and 10. What's to keep them from giving you a 9, making you an offer for what the PSA 9 is going for, which is quite a bit less than a PSA 10, and then just keeping the card and regrading it as a 10, and then selling it as a PSA 10 for the top? Like, PSA knows their PSA 10s on certain cards are worth a lot of money. So I don't like getting an offer for my PSA 9 Ohtani, just because you gave it a 9 and you want this, so maybe you think that it could get a 10. I'm not sure. Now, if it was already 10 and they made me an offer that was, the market price for a PSA 10 of a card that I wasn't going to keep, I'd probably take it. eBay fees are no joke, guys. They are, I think I'm not sure the exact percentage, but it's pretty much at least 10%. And then you get, PayPal fees, all sorts of fees with selling things. And it's very tempting if you get a really solid offer from PSA to just sell the card to them. And I'm talking especially cards that you're just going to sell. Cards that you're grading for your PC, of course, you're going to keep those cards. Unless it's just offers like, okay, I have to take this offer, But I can't wait to see my next order. I have a couple of Pokemon orders that weren't just a few cards. They're big orders. I'm very interested to see if they make offers on some of those cards and kind of looking at, okay, well, if it's a PSA 10, and a lot of those cards I am grading to sell. So I'm going to be really curious to see what happens with these future orders that they have. What do you guys think? Do you think PSA should be in the market of buying and selling cards, graded cards, their own graded cards? To me, I think there's a conflict of interest there. And especially when they're making offers to buy your PSA 9 cards or a PSA, like below PSA 10 grade card. Because, I mean, they can stand to make a ton of money by just switching that grade over to a 10 and then selling it. I'm not saying they're doing that. I'm saying the opportunity is there, and I don't like the thought that they have that opportunity to do that to people. I probably, unless I know a card is not going to get a 10, I probably am not going to take offers for PSA 9s on items from them. Like this Otani. I was wanting this Otani for my collection, but if they were offering a huge amount of money for a PSA 10, I might have been tempted to take that. I'm glad I didn't, because it's a beautiful card, and it is a card that I've had put away, and I was looking through some old box toppers. I was like, oh my goodness, I have some Otani rookies from 2018 box toppers, and I sent 3 of them in, and I won't spoil the PSA reveal, but this one did get a 9. It was the highest graded, but I feel like they could probably pass this off as a 10 if they really wanted to, and maybe that's why they are offering a nice PSA 9 offer on this. I really hope they're not doing anything like that, because that just screams shadiness. But I don't know. I just don't like that they're in the market of buying and selling their own graded cards. But I do understand PSA's put into a tough spot if they have customers that just won't pay for their orders. Like maybe they get mad at their grades, or actually you can't even see the grades that you get until you pay. So maybe the card, the submitter sent a bunch of cards that were really hot at the time, and now they've really cooled off, and they don't want the cards and refuse to pay for them. I don't know, but there's going to be, I guarantee you, there's times where PSA has customers that back out of their orders, and they're stuck with the graded cards with no pay for them. Nobody paying for their fees. So if they have to recoup their money that way, I understand. And maybe they should set up a separate company or something instead of like going on eBay as PSA and selling the cards. Or maybe this is more transparent, that like they're definitely out there now saying, you know what, we are in the market of buying and selling our own graded cards. It's a different world out there, guys. What do you guys think? I felt like I really need to do a video about this because it's been on my mind, and I like to do hobby talk videos of subjects that are on my mind. Alright, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos. And guys, if you've gotten like PSA offers from your submissions, what are you guys doing with them? I think I mentioned this, but on these future orders I have with them, if they're cards that I'm going to sell anyway, and they're PSA 10s, and they're making very strong offers, I'm probably going to take them just so I don't have to deal with shipping them, and don't have to deal with all the eBay and PayPal fees and all this. As long as the what they're paying me for the PSA 10 is, respectfully close to market value. Anyway, really interesting thing that's going on now. I think it probably It's going to cause more people to grade cards because they can quickly flip them that much easier. You know, the guys that just grade to flip. And I like to grade things and throwing in cards to resell for my orders just to pay for the orders. This might be a good way to do that. Put in some cards that I'm interested in. I just put in there to help pay for the order, and you get paid for the order right away. Don't have to mess with shipping them, listing them, taking pictures, doing all that work. And it is very tempting to avoid all these eBay fees. Anyway, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos later.
Blackbird singing in the dead of night.